are in a teleportation circle, and there is a pool, and that pool goes down, and there's a portcullis in that pool that takes you out to the sinkhole. Because that sinkhole is 100 feet deep. You guys are, I believe, on the bottom level, at number 2. And
Yep.
you can hear this music like a pipe organ, similar to a pipe, almost like steel drums in a pipe organ, but on a very low frequency. And you hear a very deep voice singing along. Deep, but you can still hear that it has a feminine lilt.
So is that upstairs that we can hear that?
Yep.
What stairs?
Let's go up there.
Yeah,
there's a couple other hallways off, but that's where the sound is coming from. Is from up the stairs.
Oh, the thing that says up to 14.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Perhaps we should send Garl to go check it out.
Oh,
first.
and you guys have your Warvel in furs. He's just pulling his fur hood off. You guys are in outdoor winter gear.
Oh yeah, what's the temperature like in here?
Oh, it's nice.
Okay. All right.
Warvel's pulling down his hood and kind of looking around in awe. Gobbo is there with his bow and his shield slung over his shoulder, and your new goblin, Snert, wearing only a dirty rag as a loincloth with a blanket around his shoulders. He's barefoot and everything. He's taller, about 4 inches taller than Gobbo, but he's narrower shoulders and he has bulgy eyes. And like I said, he is he has good enunciation. Think of him, Gobbo, when he speaks common, he speaks like Mr. Sulu. And he talks a lot.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh my, when he looks around.
Should we go upstairs and start playing our instruments to accompany her?
Let's not surprise her, and I don't think it's a good idea to send Garl up first. He'll just try and seduce her.
Yeah.
We might just get up there and find a squished Garl on the floor.
Yes.
A happy squish Garl.
Yes, he'll be very happy. His greenness won't be. We'd have to come back and tell her the terrible news.
But what Garl will do is our less than well armored and well armed goblin, he'll go up to him and say, I cannot have one of my servants not able to defend himself or their king, his king. And Garl will go ahead and give him his dagger. Here.
Oh, why? Thank you. This should come in very useful sometime.
Yes. Now, you defend my priest, and you defend our kingdom.
He nods, and he takes the corners of the blanket, and he actually ties a knot under his chin, so he's wearing the blanket like a cape with a dagger and a dirty loincloth.
Well, I'm going to look at my stores and see if I got anything to help this creditor how to even any better. But I know I got a dagger I can.
Should we go check out these rooms while Garl's upstairs?
Just once before, when I got my light crossbow from that area, I never got rid of my short bow.
Oh.
Give the goblin the short bow.
Yes.
He can use that.
Bow.
Oh my. The generosity of you people is beyond anything. And he very happily takes the bow, which is like nicer. Like the bow and the dagger are already like the nicest quality things he's ever handled. He'll swing the quiver over his shoulder with his blanket cape.
I've taken them off my list of stuff.
Yeah, let me see here. How many daggers did I have? If I had one, I'll take it off my stuff.
Snert.
I don't have
Actually-
it. I got 2 on my robe, but
Yeah, I only got one, so I'm gonna take it off my sheet because Snert has it now. And if I come across one, I'll find another one. And
Yeah, I love that they actually had his name in the adventure. Because it says when she's like knocked from her throne, out from her rolls comes an unarmed, unequipped goblin named Snert.
what a name!
Yeah.
I like it.
Well, I like how they bothered to name him. Because in the adventure, that's all he is. I mean, there's nothing beyond that.
Let's see. Take that.
And I always liked him from the beginning. When I first read it, I sympathized for some reason. Not sympathized, just felt bad for him. He's just poor guy.
Because he's named. Names have power.
Well, it's not even. Yeah, well, yeah. He's just. They decided to give him a name just because the poor guy was stuck in her roles. Hey, some guys will pay for that.
yeah.
Yeah.
But do you want? Not Stern. He's happy.
Stern's got standards.
Oh yeah. He was simply bringing her food and like avoiding getting eaten, and well, slip.
One thing succeeded.
Yeah. You slip and you fall, and you know she leans over and you're stuck, and there's a lot of grease and stuff. Yeah. As I said, like that pool beyond there's Portacleus. You could see like outside to the Portacleus, you could see like glowing, like jellyfish going by and some glowing coral. So it's not dark in here. It's dimly lit. And
Where's the light coming from?
it just like I said, just generally, just ambient light from phosphorescent coral, and like where there's water, there's like phosphorescent jellyfish, and even just like lightly phosphorescent algae and stuff. Like it's described as being dim because everything's kind of glowing. Yeah.
Let's en masse then, instead of sending Garl up to try to seduce her on his own. Let's everybody go up to area 14 up the staircase.
I'd like to take out my flute and start trying to play along with what.
Let's find out if it's safe first.
Why not? Maybe fun.
First. It could be, like the Grim Reaper up there playing a tune, and you're like, and he's like, oh.
You guys are
Fair
like,
enough.
I'm just saying.
Garl is gonna go up.
I think the stairs are like big.
Garl will go up in front of him. He'll go 20 feet in front of him, and he'll activate his drift globe and have it floating, and have it between him and them to give them light.
Yeah, you may.
And it's not the sunlight, but the light.
Yeah.
As
Yeah,
far-
because I think to do the daylight or whatever is like takes a charge or something, or
well, you can only do the
do it
sunlight
once a day or
once
something.
a day. But the light, you can do all the time, and the floating around you can do.
Yeah.
So, Garl, sneak up there. Even though he's short, anyways, he'll crouch down, and he'll try to make as low a profile as possible, and he'll try to work the shadows as much as he can, staying along the edges and such, and moving on up in that fashion.
Mm-hmm.
As far as that, let's see here. You want a stealth roll, or
I'm gonna get a group stealth,
okay?
which means, Michael, you may as well roll for the goblins too.
Okay.
Because they are told to protect the priest, so they are pretty much like flanking you. You may as well roll for them. I'll roll for Warville. Everybody else can give me, and let's what? Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 PCs and 3 NPCs.
I got 19 for my stealth check.
Yeah, let's see here.
What?
I got a 19 for my stealth check.
Okay.
Darrell has that'd be 10 on that, is a 29-30 for a stealth check.
You make up for us. Me 9. Gabo 11. Snert 13.
And Kath?
Stealth is one of my feats, so that just means proficiency bonus +3 then. Okay.
Dexterity and proficiency bonus.
Thought so. 7.
And what'd you get, Michael?
I've got a 7.
I said you had 9.
Okay.
No, Gabo had a 9.
Oh.
Yeah.
And Snert had a 13. Or maybe I did have a 9. A 7. Fuck, I don't remember. Maybe I had a 7, 9 total. Point is, I didn't do shit. I was sucky.
Okay. You guys do not too bad because of the sound of the music. Right? Because of, like, especially here in the tunnel or in the stairs, it just reverberates. I just want to check something here. Give me a minute as I check this out. Where the hell is it? Fuck it. I was going to tell you how big the stairs are. The stairs are big. That's all I can say. Like, they're probably like 7 feet high, each step. You don't have to make any checks, but pretty much consider it every foot of movement costs an extra foot of movement. So you guys have to scramble up these stairs. The goblins are quite efficient. They seem to almost have an instinctual way of working together. Like they've only just met earlier that morning, and they're already working to help pull each other up step to step, and they are moving, almost as the most fluid. Warvel probably looks the most awkward because he's a dwarf. He's the last one behind you guys. And you could see that the stairs are going to open up to area 14, where it sounds like the music is coming from. Are you guys going to, like, I don't know. Is there doors there? No. How are you guys doing this? Are you guys going to peek up over the last stair, or?
Yes.
Yeah, best to do a bit of reconnaissance.
Yep, Garl up there at the top of the stair where there's kind of like a wall
Okay.
or whatnot. He'll look around, around that corner, seeing if there's any immediate threat.
Well, immediate threat. The first peek when you get into this room is that it's a massive, massive room. It reminds you very much, Silence, of some of the conservatories at some of the estates in Waterdeep, how they will have a music room or a conservatory room. Usually there's big windows or maybe even French doors to an upper balcony, but there's always like big windows and lots of light. And they're usually, and there is, in this room, there's 2 massive windows. And you could see like schools of glowing jellyfish and glowing fish and the glowing coral beyond. And it's still the dim light in here, but more on the brighter side even. There's a lot of light coming out from the inky blackness beyond these big hexagon-shaped windows that look out to the sinkhole, overlook the sinkhole. In the middle of this room is a massive table. It looks like it's out of like some sort of shell, like it's almost concave, but sitting around or in the center of this giant table is like a massive centerpiece of coral, and a fountain is spraying out of it, and sitting around this table is 4 giants.
What kind of giants?
There's a cloud giant, a fire giant, a frost giant, and a stone giant, sitting around with shells in their hands. A couple of them even look like they're using the familiar conch.
Are they conch shells? That was going to be my question.
And they're catching the water from this fountain and drinking it, sitting back, reposed and relaxed. As on the I'm still clearing out from my cold, excuse me. Talking is, well, smoking doesn't help, but talking is worse.
No, it does not.
No, I actually do know what I especially marijuana. I find it sure clears my lungs out. Anyways, but it is the talking. On the northern and eastern walls, there is a raised area, and on the raised area, you could see that there is 2 storm giants in very elegant gowns, and one of them's wearing like a tiara that almost looks like it's made out of like life-size anchors, except it's gold, but it's clearly an anchor motif. And they have like lots of pearls and shells and like but their clothing reminds you of the sea because it's in shades of like blue and aquamarine and very drapey and flowy. One of them is standing with her hands clasped in front of her, singing, as the other one has like in her hands she's holding like whalebone mallets, and with these mallets she's not playing steel drums or a xylophone. There's actually, you realize when you see it move, it's a giant crab, but I don't mean like a giant crab from the DM's guide. I'm talking like it's a huge creature.
The huge giant crab.
And it's called a hulking crab.
Oh, okay.
Massive. And it has coral growing on its back, as I said, at first you don't even realize that it's a creature till you kind of realize it moves, and you kind of, oh yeah, there is legs and pinchers and stuff, because it looks like it could be like a small coral reef itself. Its back, like the coral is growing into pipes, and when she uses these whale bones and she taps this thing on its shell, you can see that this crab is tickled with delight to the point where air and steam and mist blow out of these pipes at different pitches, sounding almost like steel drums and a pipe organ at the same time.
How's the singing sound?
They're both very talented. The music sounds somewhat, I won't say alien, but ancient.
Garl looked to his compadres
Silence
and shrugged like, what the hell's going on?
I'll put my finger to my lips and go, shh. Hush.
It looked
Listen,
and off to the side of the stage you can see that there are two more storm giants.
Oh my God, there's 4 storm giants.
We got eight giants.
With helmets and armor, and and they look like that they're like guards, just standing to the sides, kind of nearest the stage. And it looks like that these 2 storm giantesses are entertaining some guests who are sitting around relaxing and enjoying the music and having beverages. And silence, it's the music and the sight of it is, well, it's like discovering any type of new music.
Whoa.
Yeah. Because you can hear how ancient it is.
It was made yesterday.
Like there's such it's little more than a chant, but with the percussive nature of the pipe organ and their harmonies are like way off from what you would normally think of. Like, in fact, you're trying to break down even like, well, what are they using for semitones, right? What is it? Because even in the real world, a little bit of a music lesson. Us in the Western world, we use 12 semitones.
I don't.
And in other parts of the world, they use as many as 26. Well, if you take a frequency, if you double a frequency, if you half a wavelength, our ear perceives that as an octave. Do, re, mi, fa, si, la, ti, do, 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 right? The 2 do's, same pitch but higher.
Huh.
That's just a doubling of a frequency, a halving of a wavelength. That's science. The arbitrary part is how many parts do you cut that up, right? Ours is 12. I still think it has to do with religion and the 12 apostles. I do. No one will admit to it, but I because there's no reason for it.
I
Because
think
in
it was
the
more Socrates,
hours
or one
in
of
a
those
day.
Greek philosophers. I know one of them-
well, they named the modes after all those Greek cities, right? Like Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Lydian, Locrian, Aeolian,
I don't know. It doesn't
right?
seem
Or
to be
Aeolian,
like
Locrian. But
number that's
No, wait, it
common.
was Pythagoras. It was Pythagoras who started off the first
Okay.
musical notation.
okay, it was before that. It's always been around, but the way it kind of is now, it was what the hell is his name? He was like an Italian monk. His job, it was like 1,000 years ago. His job was like to go around and to like fix all the chants, because like a game like broken telephone, where you whisper in a kid's ear and they whisper, by the time it comes back around, it's just fucked up, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like that, because they would drift. Their chants, all the Gregorian chants would drift. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
after a while,
Yeah,
they're
they get
like,
a little different. And get a
yeah.
little different.
And his job was literally to like travel around and to go, no. This is the way it's supposed to be done, and get everybody back onto the same thing, right? He said there's gotta be an easier way, because people did have their own ways of memorizing it, right? You know, you go here, you go up here, down there, and they even had things like, it was like kind of like the Phoebe on Friends, the tiger claw and the old lady. They even had hand things, right? Hand gestures, and there's different ways of memorizing your intervals, right? Your distance between one note to another. But your intervals, that doesn't tell you anything about rhythm or your key or even pitch, really, right? Like there's so much left open to interpretation, it would still drift. So he made up a way using lines and notes and stuff. He was kind of like the first one, but they used to have it. But the whole point is that, like, why 12 notes? Because in the Middle East, they use 26 or 52, or there's different. That's why a sitar sounds so fucking weird, because there's like so many fucking more semitones. So it would be in between, right? Oh, that's not a fucking G or an A flat. It's actually in between. It would sound like an out of tune something in our music, but to them, it's an actual note, right? Because they just broke up that octave, that doubling of a frequency, the halving of wavelength. It's just broken up into more even pieces. Well, ours
Personally,
is 12.
I blame the Greeks. I mean, if the philosophers said it went a certain way, then for hundreds of years, people said, "Oh, it goes this way because this famous Greek philosopher said it had to."
It's just the way it is. It's just standardized in our hemisphere. Who knows why? I don't know. But the point is, though, is, do you know what? It's music theory, not music rules, right?
Yep.
You know. Anyways,
Remember
again,
gravity theory.
well, again, because people get mad at all the time. They're like, well, there shouldn't be rules to music. Do what? There isn't rules to music. There's rules on how to write it down, right? Because everybody needs their language. Everybody needs their standard of measurement, right? A carpenter is either going to use centimeters or inches, right? There's still a standard. So in this part of the world, our standard is we break that octave up into 12 notes. 7 of them have names. C, D, E, F, G, A, B. The other ones are altered, and we use them when we need them, because we always follow that same pattern for playing a major scale, that Ionian scale, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. It always goes root, tone, tone, or root, tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. Always. Always. And then your modes are just each one of those. People get confused by the modes, but now think you got, okay, 12 notes of music. How many months are in a year?
12.
Right, and it's the same concept, right? It goes up, you just loop. You go past December, you're back at January again, right? So now 7 notes in a scale. Well, how many days are in a week? 7, right? So if you can fucking remember Wednesday in February, you can remember, ABC, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. That's it. There's the music lesson for today. And they're not using that. They're using some sort of multi-tonal. Like their intervals are strange and eerie. It sounds like the dissonance between it. You can hear the ocean. You can hear the power. You can hear the ripples and the currents. You can hear the fish darting by and the things lurking in the deep.
I suggest we stay here and listen to them. They may give us some information. But I don't want to reveal.
And we can't fight them.
And you have
too many.
It wouldn't go well, but we could.
And you have.
We attack the 2 guards first.
And you have only a moment of appreciation. When abruptly the music ends, stops. I shouldn't say ends, it stops. Just the echo goes rolling by you down the stairs. And the guards spring into action. The one that was singing her clasped her hands to her throat, gasps. Or no, sorry, the one playing the crab kind of shrieks back in startlement. The one that was singing looks straight down her nose at all of you and says, "Puny ones."
God damn it.
Too many failed stealth checks for a group check. They see at least some of you. They know that you're there. And the guards immediately interpose themselves between the guests and the stage and you guys.
I will stand up with my arms in the air and be like, and say in giant, "Forgive us for intruding. We do mean no harm, our storm giantess lords. We are simply on a mission sent to us by the cloud giant Zephyra."
And only now are like the fire and the frost giant really like noticing what's going on and what's.
I keep my eyes on them.
And they even stand up from the table, and you can see they grasp their weapons, but they're kind of looking around at their guests and the guards and the one that was singing. Oh shit! Hold on a second.
Oh, well, this is a fine mess you got us into.
I'm sorry. Even the goblin. I mean, it was.
If I could do the Laurel and Hardy imitation.
We should have just played along. If we wrote high enough, they might have been impressed.
She says, "God, stand down. I want to hear what these little ones have to say." And her voice is booming as she speaks it in giant. Michael, you understand clearly that.
Okay. I'll translate for everybody. I'll like look. I was gonna be like, she wants to know what we have to say.
Tell her that we brought a better singer than her, and
translate that,
and have Silence go up there and play her song of our grand deeds about demolishing the frost giants, the hill giants. Oh no, maybe not that one.
We may want to, like not mention.
don't translate that. And if he tries to hit on him, Don't translate that either.
Yes, my lady, my fine liege lady. May I introduce myself? I am Bacchus. No, I'm not
Nicodemus.
I'm Nicodemus.
He's nervous.
Nicodemus, priest of Bacchus. And one day we were upon the road north when we came across this giant floating castle in the clouds. It was the home of Zephyra. And he brought us up to his home. And he told us of visions he had had. And sent us on a quest to stop war between the giants among themselves and against the little people, which he claimed would weaken the giants and lead to their destruction. Maybe even at the hands of the dragons, who, seeing you warring between yourselves and the atrocities that would happen between the humans and giants, would use that opportunity to wipe us both from the planet. And so since then, we have been on a quest to prevent this from happening and to restore some semblance of order to giant kind. We help Harshnag defend the oracle of Atan the Allfather from the great dragon Sky. I don't remember the name, but the blue dragon Sky, which would be Dragonlance, but it's not Dragonlance. I don't know the guy's name.
Be careful with that.
And yes, have our deeds earned us a reprieve? Can we hold counsel with you?
Our young and frankly far too inexperienced little sister
No, I said we help.
doesn't have time to address every intruder that should step foot here.
Garl will play for
Nim.
intruder. I
Nim,
am the king of the goblins, and he'll jump out and boast his chest on up.
It's
she
true.
raises an eyebrow.
Protocol.
Like 2 feet. You know. And she says, Nim, she says to the one playing the crab, and she says, yes, sister. And she says, go tell our little sister that we have someone here who wants to have an audience with her, should she find the time. Yes, sister. And she puts the mallets down on the crab, and she scampers off down that southern hall.
Well, we were actually hoping to meet with King Hecaton. Do you know of his whereabouts?
He's our father. He's missing. It's our sister he put in position before he left. I think, should you get a meeting, it's best you come with me. Guards, let's take our guests to the guest chambers.
Is that another way to say?
Just, to keep you from, she makes like a sweeping motion with her hand, being underfoot.
Sure.
And the other one goes off down the hall. You can hear her go down the hall. Garl, you might be able to catch a glimpse of her going down the southern hall. And you could see that there's big fucking doors, and there's 2 giants in armor, like in scale mail. But you notice, like they have ill-fitting helmets. You realize that it's something you haven't really seen. It's like, it looks like hill giants dressed up in guard armor.
Oh, those are the
At the
guard
doors.
not
at the doors.
storm.
And they let her into the room, and she goes into that room. She says, once we hear my sister has time to speak with you, we will let you know. We will bring you to her.
I appreciate that. Oh, by the way, I look at the frost giant one. It's like, how's Queen Truffy? I met her once.
Oh, you're talking about Storvald's wife there.
Yeah. How's she doing?
I don't know. Last time I saw her was last High Winter celebration.
Do we still got her head?
Is Garth saying that out loud?
And you
Yeah,
can
but doesn't
hear,
speak giant.
and you can hear the stone giant is like holding a stone in his hand that is like perfectly spherical, but carved with runes. Michael, you can probably get a glimpse at it. Looks like it's written in giant runes, right?
Yeah.
And he's
Okay,
just and
he's one of those,
he's holding it, and he's just standing there, very statuesque and chanting, holding this thing as you guys are talking. The fire giant is kind of, he's got his hand on his sword, but he's not gonna none of them look like that they're gonna like
Whack us.
like they're
the moment, but
they're looking to the storm giants to like.
No.
If I can see the fire giant doing that,
Yeah.
I'll give him a look like I wouldn't do that if I was you. You want to live today, type of Clint Eastwood.
Well, he's
feeling lucky.
glowering. He's glowering back.
You feel lucky, punk?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're lucky. I'm at my guest's house here.
What are you looking at her for? You need permission?
Okay,
You
and they are gonna take you. They are gonna escort you basically back down to where you came. If you see in area 2, there's a hallway that goes east. I think it's room 3.
Yeah. There's 2 room 3s actually.
Then it's not room 3. Then maybe it's room 4.
4 would be north.
No, I think it's the hall. The hall goes east, and then I think the room is south of that. I think.
That'd be 3.
Yeah, it goes east and south. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's just 2 rooms over there. They're
it's
back to
guest
back.
chambers for small folk.
Oh, okay.
The other way is guest chambers for giants.
Oh.
That's a common thing.
Okay.
We see anything in the hall?
There.
As we're being led.
There's like a statue at the end of the hall.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a statue of a woman.
Like giant sized or?
Yes. Okay, I'm just reading here.
Let me see if I got some chalk.
Female stone giant or storm giant. Wearing a harp.
Giant clam. Sconce. Secret. Oh, there's a secret door somewhere.
There's a statue at the north, and there's a male storm giant with a conch shell, blowing a conch shell.
Oh, okay.
There is no secret door. I would have seen it.
I'm just looking at the over to the very right. It's got a
He's
legend.
looking at
and
the
stuff
legend.
Like that. Yeah. And I was like, ooh,
Yeah.
There's bed.
Yeah. Area 3, yeah.
Door, double door. Giant clam.
5 comfortable beds, a barrel of fresh drinking water, a dresser,
Are there clothes in the dresser?
Empty dresser, empty wardrobe.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
I was hoping maybe we could outfit Snurt a little more.
and they say perhaps you could take time to freshen up. Like, would you like a piece of gum? No, thanks. No, seriously, would you like a piece of gum?
Eh,
Yeah, there. Yeah. And it's, as I said, 15-foot oak door. It's clearly built for small guests.
As small as Carl.
Pardon me?
As small as Carl.
Well, small and medium, right?
Mm.
For regular folk. That's what it is.
Carl is travel size.
They call it
Fun sized.
small guests quarters is what they
Yeah.
call this. So, like I said, there's 5 beds, a barrel of fresh drinking water.
Carl will go on in.
Yep. Yep.
Do they lock the
Again?
door behind us?
I don't know. Let me read.
You want? You guys think I should send a message to Zephyros, let him know where we are?
Hold on, Ryan. Okay. What was that, Ryan?
I was saying to the party, do you guys think I should send a message to Zephyros to let him know we're here?
It's not a bad
That'd be a
idea.
good idea.
It's definitely not a bad one.
So,
You know what? While you're
anything
doing
else?
that, while you're doing that ritual, I'm going to do a ritual myself.
Okay.
Divination.
I'm really liking how you guys are using this time like that. So short rest if you need one, and everyone don't forget to take your inspiration now, because that's good to actually utilize this time that way.
Is there anything else you think I should let him know?
Yeah, you'll have to tell me what you're gonna say to him, Ryan.
I'm asking the party, is there anything else you think I should let him know, aside from the fact we're here?
That we have a conch?
That we're here.
Okay.
Well, yeah, that we're here, but that we have a conch. We may
Sure.
need to know a way out. Or if he could help us with a way out. Like if he could
Yeah.
fly over here and pick us up or something.
Yeah, I'll say that basically. I'll let him know where we are and that we might need help. If
Well, you guys know from the Oracle and from just Storm God stuff that this place is called Maelstrom.
Mhm.
The Storm King
Yeah.
Thunder.
The storm. Alright. And the divination question I'd like to ask the ritual is: should we wait for the storm giants to come get us, or should we go looking around ourselves?
Huh.
Like, it doesn't look like this is a dungeon prison, but maybe they have really nice prisons. I don't know. Like, is she going to come over here with the sole intention of like killing us, or is she actually going to treat with? It's one of those things.
I was just gonna say, I kind of didn't like the way you asked the question, because you almost tried to ask me 2 questions,
Oh, okay.
right?
Should we stay or should we go? Is that a question?
Should
or
we
is that
stay or
questions?
should we go now?
Is that one or two questions?
Should we stay?
How about should we wait? How about that? That's the only question I want to know. Should we wait? No, I
Should we wait?
not wait. Or yes, you should wait. There you go. Should I stay or should I go now? If I go, will there be trouble? If I stay, will it be double? Come on, just let me know.
Oh,
Oh boy.
I gotta say, with the way you're asking that question, I gotta say, like, I don't know.
Okay.
Either.
Fuck it. I don't care.
If you could have asked it, I thought you could ask it a different way.
Okay.
Garl's gonna try to open up the door.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
And you can see that down the hallway that the two guards are standing at the end of the hallway.
No, we could take them out easily.
The
Hill
two
giant?
storm giant guards. The hill giant guards are not here. The hill giant guards are at the throne room doors.
Oh, okay,
These
my
are
bad.
storm giants. These guys.
Oh,
The
never
two
mind.
guys at the throne room door were hill giants. These two are storm giants.
Okay, never mind. Well, I mean, we
Not even cloud. Storm.
Garl,
we can-
I'll holler
not-
down to him in common. We need a healer. We need a healer. One of our team members, one of our party members is violently ill. Double, get sick.
Well, he's fulfilling his duty.
How was that, King?
Good, good. Keep it up.
I can't
I
help
could-
feeling they might kick us out for this.
I could cast Insight Plague to sell the story.
Poison. Anybody got? What is that? The cantrip poison spray. That'd probably kill him.
Do
Sure,
I?
yeah.
Do I? Let's see here.
I'm looking at his skills here.
Do we have to do this? Like, why do we go fight these storm giants? They're part of my domain.
Who said we're fighting them? I just asked for if we got a healer.
We do too.
Maybe they'll go get somebody and then we'll have an opening without fighting.
Huh. Well, they don't have anything exceptional for insight or anything. At least not these guys. Other than their natural +9.
Is that all? We can do it.
Oh my- just +9. That's fine. That's way too low for them to notice anything.
Get your performance on.
Yeah, they're just kind of doing their job.
All right.
Okay, Ryan, what did you want to send to Zephyros?
I just want to say we have arrived at Maelstrom. In case it goes south, would you be able to come and be nearby in case we need to get out? That's it, right? That's what we want to ask him.
Just like, hi, we're at Fortress Maelstrom with a conch.
Yeah,
We advise
I say
you to
that.
pick us up. Could you pick us up?
I say what Nicodemus says.
A mystic Uber driver.
Yeah. We literally used magic to summon a stranger or the interwebs, the spell webs, the weave.
We.
Pick us up.
The the worldwide weave.
Yeah.
Let's invent the internet in D. Let's invent the internet in D.
He says, "I will come if it takes, but it will take days." And he says, "Trust only Sarissa."
Okay.
Okay.
Who's Sarissa again?
I think she's the queen.
My future wife.
Again, don't jump to conclusions. You haven't met her yet.
I relay what he said to the party.
Because Zephyros would know that much. Trust. And you heard the one that was singing say to the one playing the crab, did call her Nim.
Okay.
So we don't trust one with the nim. We don't want to trust one playing the crab.
And well, she only did say our younger, like
our younger sister. She didn't.
Yeah,
say
but
the name.
how did she say it though? She said like like basically incompetent, right? Or like all too, and whatever she said. It was snarky.
It seemed like the entire time she was talking, she was being snarky to me.
She was.
And I think the younger sister's in charge.
Because I was thinking, I don't like her. She's an asshole.
Good.
Right.
Good. You're supposed to. You're supposed to. Before too long. You hear down the hallway. Guards, retrieve our guests. Our sister will have audience with them.
Yeah, I'm assuming the sister's the only one we trust.
We don't know that. He just said trust only Sarissa. He didn't say who Sarissa was.
Well, it's not the two we met. So I'm assuming it's the one who's actually the ruler. Now, whether they go and actually tell her that we're here or not remains to be seen.
Oh, we have an audience
You hear,
here, right?
you hear,
Or that's what
you
it
hear the
says.
footprints of the guards approaching down the hallway.
You hit him low.
Coming to the door.
I'll hit him low. You hit him high.
No, let's no, Gar. Let's see. Let's see how this plays out first.
They hit it with the base of their
I
weapon.
open the door.
The door opens and he steps back.
I open the door.
Snaps. Not to like attention, but to like whatever it would be called.
You better snap to attention, Garl. Say, I am the king of the goblins,
And he says, Queen Sarissa has agreed to your audience.
Awesome.
And he motions with his head this way, back down the hallway. He's going to take you back up.
Is he lying?
Down that hallway to area. Well, he's a guard.
Okay.
So you guys are going to walk back down that hallway to area 2. In area 2, you can see the one that was singing standing near the stairs, and the one that was playing the crab on like the second or third last stair with her
Okay.
hands kind of crossed. She's kind of bent over, looking around at you guys. And you notice, oh, look, the other giants are here too. There's still the stone giant. Hamale bebele zibele bebele hamale bebele bob. Anyone get that reference?
Is he the fairy from Cinderella?
No, Michael's got it. Just a gigolo.
Yeah.
Hamale
David Lee Roth.
bebele bebele hamale bebele bob.
It's a great song.
Yeah, it is. And the fire giant. And oh shit, the fire giant actually has his weapon drawn.
Oh.
Great.
And
That's
she
not good.
says, kill all the assassins. And she turns, and her and the other begin going up the stairs, and the guards are going to follow them, and the other 4 giants are slowly drawing their weapons and approaching. Except for the stone giant, he's holding that round boulder. He's actually in think of bowling. He's in that motion. You notice that he's almost like he was praying. Now it looks like he's getting to a crouch and extending his arms as if he's gonna bowl.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay. This is cool. Let's go. That's cool.
We're not assassins.
It's not going to work anymore, and you can't talk him out of this.
So
I don't want to
So
kill unnecessarily here. Fuck. All right, let's do
the
it.
storm giant walk away and just leave a fire, a frost, a stone, and a
Cloud.
cloud. Ooh, a cloud.
Yeah. The cloud is in.
Can we talk our way out of this?
No.
I don't know. Can you?
I'm going with
Always, there's always the possibility.
Well, Nicodemus is the only one that speaks giant,
Published
right?
adventure. Choose your own adventure. It tells me to do what to do when you guys do what.
charm person doesn't work.
Nope.
I just wonder what their intelligence is. Otherwise, I'd try a synaptic static.
Well, when Garl sees that the fire giant pulls out his sword, he goes and makes a running dash and jumps right on into that big pool of water so he don't get burnt.
Oh yeah, you can easily head towards the water. Yeah. Yep.
It may make it a little easier to hide.
Wait. What happened there? Oh. Yeah, like where is it? Okay. Oy, oy.
We can do this, fellas.
We can. Yeah, we can.
Oh, hopefully.
I got a plan. I got a good plan, so we can do. I can do some damage.
The cloud giant. He says, as like the other 3 are kind of, slowly approaching intense movie scene way, and he's kind of standing back, and he says, He says, "It's foolish of you puny assassins to think that you can come to Maelstrom.
We aren't assassins. But you're not gonna listen, so let's just do this.
Then why is it you're here? Why else would you sneak into Maelstrom itself?"
We didn't sneak in.
Fine, Hecaton. Didn't we just stick?
We didn't sneak in.
We came in through front door with one of these, pulling out a conch.
You still tell me no reason why you would come.
Do you remember when I showed up
We've
and
told.
hey, we're here to stop the wars between the giants and the wars between giants and humans? You don't remember that? We're here to make peace between everybody. Find Hecaton. Bring back order. Or am I lying? Because I know he's got insight. Or am I lying?
Roll me a persuasion.
Okay. But I'm not lying, but still, I am persuading the guy. Oh, shit. Do I get advantage because I'm telling the truth?
Yeah.
Well,
If you have magic that can cause people to tell the truth, you can confirm what he says.
I don't. Have
I'm asking the giants because they must have access to a spellcaster that can do that, right?
I just remember that cloud giants are proficient in insight because Lone Hunter tried something and I was like, oh look, that cloud giant's got insight.
Yeah.
What did you roll, Michael?
What?
What did you roll?
I got an 8.
Hmm.
That's with my +5 persuasion.
Yeah.
That's with it. So, Lightning Boy, would you like to be a giant ape again? We T-Rex if you want. Huh?
I don't know.
It's a yes or no, really.
I was thinking about going holy weapon and just going ham on these guys. But if you think the ape would be better, we can do that.
What's holy weapon?
think he's meaning spiritual weapon.
Holy weapon. No, a spell called holy weapon. It's a level 5 spell from Xanathars.
Oh, okay.
What does it do?
What? I looked. For Xanathars. I picked up Dawn from Xanathars.
Garl will hide in that pool.
Okay, I gotta check that out.
Okay. I'm just
Yeah.
Not rushing.
Concentration hours, a bonus action. You imbue a weapon you touch with holy power. Until the spell ends, the weapon emits bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet. In addition, the weapon attacks are made with it deal an extra 2d8 radiant damage on a hit. If the weapon isn't already a magic weapon, it becomes one for the duration. As a bonus action on your turn, you can dismiss this spell and cause the weapon to emit a burst of radiance. Each creature Each creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of you must make a Constitution saving throw, which they all have in spades. On a failed save, a creature takes 48 radiant damage. And it takes 48 radiant damage and is blinded for 1 minute. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage and isn't blinded. At the end of each of its turns, a blinded creature can make Constitution saving throw. I mean, it's only 2d8 per hit.
Yeah.
5th level spell. I mean, granted,
But maybe I could cast the Ungodless Bow instead, and then you could polymorph me.
Ah.
Just
How
as a
did
weapon.
you learn of this place?
Zephyra, the cloud giant. Do you know him?
No. Just because I'm a cloud giant.
Mhm.
Doesn't mean we know everybody. What, you think we got meetings or something together?
Yeah.
That does sound like a quite a giant thing, just having like town hall meetings.
Yeah. Well, he knows we're here, and he's on his way
Sure.
with the flying castle to come get us. He will be very ill disposed to find out harm has come to us.
Hey. That wasn't in character.
Well, if he wants to work with assassins, then so
We're
be
not assassins.
Would assassins let themselves be led to a guest room and not escape?
it. Foolish ones would.
No, incompetent ones would, and those who aren't assassins. Tell me, do you also try and kill the delivery boys?
They bring their own pizza.
He said 30 minutes or it's free.
Good point. By the way, who's in charge here, the Queen or her older sister?
Yo, how about this? Why don't you take us to Cicerus?
The Queen.
The Queen.
No, I forgot her name right now.
And if you want, I take out my short sword and I toss it down on the ground in front of me. You could hold on to that little pinprick and let her determine if we're assassins or not. Or you want to take orders?
The frost giant loud. Oh, fool! Only a fool throws down his weapon.
Only a fool of a cloud giant doesn't know what he's looking at.
What?
I thought you had insight. Do you not have it?
You roll me a perception. Or not perception, persuasion. Charisma, persuasion.
Charisma, got quite a bit of that. It's plus
yeah.
4 on my charisma. Do I need to put jack of all trades on that? Proficiency or?
Well,
Not proficient in it?
proficiency if you're proficient. Like, I don't know what skills you've picked.
See if you're
Let's see, check
proficient,
again what I've
jack
got.
of all trades if you're not.
Trying to see what I've got. I've got deception, perception, performance, sleight of hand, stealth, acrobatics, and intimidation.
Okay, Jack. So charisma and Jack.
Plus 6.
Okay, I got 13 on that.
God, we suck.
Says the cloud giant says, should we let you live? What's in it for me?
You hear a peep out of the water. Your life.
No. What's in it for me? And he rubs his fingers together.
Is he asking for a bribe?
Yep.
Oh, for one thing, you don't have to dirty your hands cutting down some little people. Surely this is below you. You're not a servant.
I have magic that would tear you apart, limb from limb. You would be only a foamy, frothy mess about the floor.
How about
Strange
I wanna-
attitude for a noble cloud giant.
if you kill a priest of Bacchus, what do you think your ale will be like in the afterlife? You, frost giant, you think your frost wine will be plentiful if you kill a priest of Bacchus? You, fire giant, do you think your ash brew whiskey will be any good? And Dreamer Boy over there, I got nothing. I don't know. What do you drink?
They won't taste any good.
Gravel.
Gravel.
The blood of my victims.
Stone whiskey. I don't know. Like Rolling Rock. Which, by the way, is a crappy ass beer. It's not crappy. It's just not good. It's okay. Do you think your Rolling Rock will be any decent? Plus,
And I question your safety here. If you have no
imagine-
evidence against us of being assassins, and your
Not
good
to men-
lady said we are,
if you do help us find, if you do take us before Cesarus, and we do gain information to find Hecaton,
Sarissa.
Sarissa. If you do take us before Sarissa, we find some way to get Hecaton back. Do you not think that you'll be rewarded for aiding in his release from whatever prison he has been put in? Because we're going to do it anyway, whether you help us or not. It's just a matter of whether, we kill you now or you're rewarded later. Because if you do think we're giant assassins, please.
I mean, look at all the time we could have had to assassinate you, and you're not dead.
Come on, buddy.
Right about then would have been a great time to let some crossbones out.
If you want to be a hill giant and just go smash, by all means, be a hill giant. Just go smash. But I think you're better than that.
He says, although the ordering has been removed, he says, we still respect the royal family. And their orders were clear.
You haven't talked to Sarissa yet, though. Do you trust her?
Isn't Sarissa the queen? Shouldn't she make that decision?
Exactly. Do you trust the one who told you we're assassins, or would you rather have Sarissa do it? Do you trust her? I don't.
Roll
Trust me? You don't have to trust me. I'm a puny little human, satyr.
Roll me a persuasion, charisma persuasion.
Me or silence?
Which one of us?
Whoever.
Silence.
Whew, okay.
Oh, or silence can do it with advantage because we're both on this.
Give her guidance.
That would be casting a spell. I don't want to do that.
Oh, okay. Bless her. But it'd be about the same thing.
Any other modification than my usual ones?
Nope.
I say,
Okay. Ooh, that's good. 26.
You are fucking good.
The stone giant stops his chanting
I'd rather face.
and he addresses and he says, "You say it was foretold? By whom?"
The Allfather.
The Allfather.
We went to the All-Father. We spoke to
You?
him.
We're at the
I-
oracle.
Yes. We
And it
even went
spoke?
out.
To you?
Yes, we even went out and retrieved several giant treasures to return to the Oracle.
We got
The
There was a
All-Father
great
has
shield, a great bell.
The All-Father has also sent me visions of to get to this point.
Surely only the All-Father can show such puny people where to find this place.
He puts his stone in his sack tied to his waist. And he says, "The oracle spoke to you again?"
Yes. I must say it was a very fine temple. Those statues of the different giant clans were
What?
impressive, their great size and their weapons.
You were told of the truth?
Well,
Yes.
we were told to go find Hecaton, and this was the path we were set upon. I'm assuming he's not going to just lay everything out for us, but we must accomplish things for ourselves and for giant kind as well.
Were
It's
you
not like
told who is responsible? And he almost looks like he's like coming out, like waking from like a dream. Like he's very like even like baggy eyed and stuff, and looks like he's only realizing what's going on now. Maybe he was like really high and he's just starting to become clear headed right now.
We're just dreaming before I'm outside of my underground layer. Everything on the surface is just a dream world.
Pretty much.
Yes. He told us who it was that's responsible. It was Nim and her sister.
Wait, he didn't say that.
He didn't.
He did not tell us who is responsible. The All-Father does require his people to do some work for themselves. He's not exactly a giving God as much as a man who prides self-reliance and self-strength. Like crawl.
They say you're all cowards, the frost giant says. You all
Howard
fear
has slain
death
Queen Trufi.
and enough talk.
Behold, for I have slain Queen Trufi.
If
It was me
Ah!
who died at my hands.
if you believe,
She was just a measly woman. Sorry, no.
Oh, bitch, you want to take
if
me
you
on one-on-one?
believe,
We'll do this.
Yeah.
You want to do
if you
this?
believe we have no honor, then
You want to do
I'll let
this?
us prove it.
Yeah, let's do this. Me,
Mono
you,
a mono.
mano y mano.
Right now.
Yeah, fuck yeah!
Right here. He
Oh,
points his finger down. Right here. Let's go. And he spits on his hat. He grabs his axe. Michael and Frost Giant roll initiative.
Oh shit!
Well, the rest of us
I'm
are just
st-
going to
I'm
stand
stepping-
back and watch.
I'm stepping back. Giving them room.
What's the distance? Fuck! I hate this dice roller.
yeah.
This may be a short mano y mano fight, fellas.
What'd you roll for initiative?
Your
Five.
spells. Cast your. You can
He
buff yourself.
goes-
You're good.
He goes first, and he comes around, and he's got like enough movement that we'll just Kaplowy
What's the distance?
I don't know. I'm gonna say like, because I don't know how big this room is even. Like, he can move 50 feet,
It's,
and he's got like 10-foot reach.
it's what, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, about 100 foot across.
Huh.
Give or take, because each of those squares are 10 feet.
Okay, yeah, do it. No, if it's that far, then you know what? Then he's gonna move right up to the center, and he's gonna like take a ready to action. So he's gonna move up 50 feet and then take a ready to action. He can't move up and attack. I'll say you're just.
You gonna do a King Kong?
Yeah.
And he's got his axe. He's waiting for you, Michael.
How far away is he from me then?
Let's say 40 feet.
40 feet from me. Okay.
Ready.
King Kong.
Let me see here. Am I going to King Kong him? Or am I going to one action range 30 feet? Okay. I want to move forward 10 feet.
Okay.
All right.
And he's going to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, he failed.
Okay. On a failed save, the target becomes charmed by you for the duration. The charmed target is incapacitated and unaware of its surroundings, though it can still hear you. If it takes any damage or is targeted by another spell, this spell ends, and none of the target's memories can be modified. While this charm lasts, you can affect the target's memory of an event that it experienced within the last 24 hours, meaning right now, and that lasted no more than 10 minutes. AKA, he came up, I kicked his ass, is what he's going to remember. And then instead of dealing a death blow to him, I had mercy on him, and he had a vision from the All-Father saying that he was supposed to follow my lead from now on.
Yes.
Okay. I agree. Because let's put it this way. Persuasion of 20 will do it. Each of them have a thing that you could get advantage. So, and fighting him, that's all it has to do. That's all you have to do is like just go toe to toe with him. You get advantage on that check.
Like even if you lose, he would still respect you.
That spell enough negates the roll, in my opinion.
Yes.
Yeah. And he's all like,
he remembers me whooping his ass.
Yeah. And he's like,
I had mercy on him at the end, and the All-Father's like, you must follow his lead.
And he's like laughing uproariously, and he pulls like a wineskin off of his shoulder and takes a drink, and he says, I don't think they're assassins. And
so should we drink to it, my friend, as I pull the ale jug off?
He races
to the All-Father.
Yeah. To the All-Father. So
to the All-Father.
The Stone Giant and the Frost Giant have been turned from hostile to indifferent, pretty much.
Indifferent.
That's how it goes. Yeah, because I know, but don't worry. It just means they're not willing to kill you anymore.
Okay.
Right?
There went my 5th level spell, fellas.
No, worth it. That.
Go, pops up out of the water.
I was like, oh my god, I did not just be able to get that spell. That is fucking awesome. That spell is so fucking awesome. I can give anybody a 10-minute memory.
And the fire giant, who you realize, although has a beard and everything, you realize from this close is actually female.
Oh.
She says, magic. They probably work for our ancient enemies, the dragons.
I pull out I'm drinking my ale from my white dragon ale horn and be like, I took this from a dead dragon I slew.
Not the first time I've seen a dragon devour another dragon.
Fair enough.
Hey, hot stuff, come down here and warm up this jacuzzi.
Oh, that's what I was going to do. Because I think it's weird how they do it. Oh, wrong one. Because, how do they do? Okay. It's every minute. When you're in the water,
Yeah.
It's like ocean depth. Like you feel the pressure. Like
Okay.
you know that a person couldn't be in here sustained. It's after a minute, so it's not like every round or anything, but it's intense.
Okay.
Like it takes a lot of exertion just simply to keep breathing with your face stuck out of the water.
Darrell will pop back out on land if it's that hard for him.
Oh yeah, it's
But he learned something.
Yeah.
It takes remove curse or greater restoration spell to restore his memory.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
Yeah, and that was because all you got to do is in fact, it says I think it says that you go toe to toe if you actually just do damage to him, then you get advantage on the roll. But I figure if you're doing it magically, then I'm just foregoing the roll. 5th level spell slot, you could do it.
Yeah,
that's your roll. That's good enough.
Maybe I should just keep calling them.
And
they're haters. King Kong.
But you see, he's put his weapon away. He and the stone giant are kind of off to the side. You can see they are resolved, where they at least have enough doubt where they're not gonna you impress the stone giant with your story of the oracle and the ordaining. The frost giant transplanting the memory within his mind of combat has sated him to show that you're worthy of audience. You only as of yet have the cloud giant and the fire giant, who are now somewhat balking at half of the guys.
You, cloud giant.
But
if you want to know what's in it for you, if it requires a treasure payment for you to do the right thing,
not just riches.
Do you like a sack of gems?
Not just riches. Magic.
Magic? And what does your fire giant friend think about that?
I mean, I got some shit, but I don't think you'd want any of it.
You all
I'm not
smell of
willing
the
to get-
dragon cult.
What?
Is the that little dog, that little quick dog that I got from that gnome, is that magic?
Technically, no.
I got a +2 breastplate, but I'm really not wanting to give that up. Nor do I think.
Ah.
I mean,
Let me
It's
have a look at
size.
my sheet here.
What about the
Gar-
conch? We could give him the conch. I mean, but he's
No.
already got
Oh.
one.
oh no.
Garl
they
will.
already have.
Garl will say,
Holy
You
grail!
like-
I already got one.
"You like this? You like this floating light here? Lets you see in the night. Lets you feel safe when you're sleeping. A night light."
Oh, the drift globe.
Oh,
I got a pearl of power. I don't want to give that up either.
it appears to
I
float.
was gonna offer the pixie dust. We don't really need that anymore, right?
Pixie dust.
Yeah.
He says, "You
Yeah.
pixie dust."
Yeah, we got off with some pixies. I don't think that's accurate. I don't think that's right.
Out of character, we some people came to Zephyros back near
Air
the beginning,
cultists.
and they gave him the pixie dust as tribute.
I think
Okay.
it was air cultists, eh?
It was ages ago. I've only used it twice. I've got eight uses left.
I mean, we haven't really used it that
Ryan.
much, so
Ryan,
Yes.
roll me a persuasion check with advantage.
Well,
If you want to stack anything on, you better stack it on.
I'll give you some bardic powers. Hang on, where did I put it?
What dice size is that right now? Is it G6 or D8?
Kath, do you know?
Hang a minute, trying to find that.
Let me check Bard.
I wrote it down somewhere.
Yeah, 9th level, it's hard to say. It could have changed now. Or 8th level, I mean. No, 9th.
We're
Ninth?
9th level now.
Yeah.
Bardic Inspiration. Bardic Inspiration went up to D8 at 1st level, so it'll be a D8.
Yeah. Okay, I've got a 5.
Oh, okay. So I rolled an 18 on the dice. Let me check if I'm proficient in persuasion. I am, so that's an extra +3. So that puts us at 26 because my charisma is 10. So 26.
He says, he frowns. Just give me the pixie dust.
I do.
Okay, he takes it and he quickly just puts it in like the folds of his robes.
Is that for him?
And he's indifferent. You have only the fire giant, who is now looking far less confident than she was, because now the others have all found reason not to attack you guys.
Fire giantess. As we told you, we helped defend the Oracle of the Allfather from an attack by the great blue blue dragon. Whatever.
What?
The lair is in the Anarok Desert. I'm sure she has children that are unprotected by their ancient mother.
Dragons. I knew there was dragons. Okay.
Yeah, we killed them.
Roll
I told you.
me a persuasion. Advantage.
I'll actually also offer the quiet giant my orb of direction as well if it wants that.
Oh,
as
if you
well.
want to throw that on top, yeah, for sure. For sure would take it'll
Because
take it.
I have never used that ever.
Yeah.
So
No, it'll totally take your orb of direction into pixie dust. That was actually kind of looking pretty smug. Like, fucking got 2 things. Yeah, you could roll a persuasion there, Nicodemus, with advantage.
Thank
You wanna
God.
stack your if you want to stack your guidance on this last time.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. That would be a total of 15. Thank God for a 4 on my guidance roll. I mean, I swear to God, this app thing is not rolling worth shit. Like 7. The highest number I've had on a D20 has been 7 so far.
Oh yeah.
Look, there's another 7. Oh, there's a 2. There's a 1.
Why
There's
am
a
I not
5.
seeing it?
Oh, 15. Hey, look. There we go.
Okay.
4.
Okay.
would the orb of
3.
direction put them
I-
above indifferent?
Because we got to that one point where it was down to this one, and you did talk about how like you guys are like anti-dragon, which was her thing.
Yeah, we killed dragons.
And she's the last one left. I lowered her DC. She looks like she's no pun intended. Looks like she's run out of steam. The other 3 have like found reason not to like attack guys, and now she's just like she doesn't want to look like the last asshole. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and she just sighs, resigned, and puts her sword away.
Is the quiet giant friendly after I gave her the orb of direction?
No.
No. Okay.
They're indifferent.
Worth a try.
He's smug, but he's indifferent.
Yeah, smug because I got 2 things out of the deal.
Hey, hot stuff, you want to rule my kingdom with me? Will that put a smile on your face?
I have much to do before I settle down.
Well, you get about
Plus, I already have many husbands waiting at home for me.
it. But none as cute as me.
None that you can fit up in you.
I'd have to tie a rope to your ankle so you wouldn't get lost.
Well, then you could call me your pretty precious bauble.
Gnome on a rope.
Not after I'm done with you.
Have you tried gnome on a rope?
You'd be just one giant cold sore.
Oh man.
All right. So, are we going to go see Sarisa and find out what we can about Hecaton's missing status and see if we can find him?
Yeah.
He's got to be about.
By the way, what's your
You
name?
guys-
Cloud Giant.
Oh, God. It
Well
tells
done.
me something.
Mr.
Something
Mr.
starts
Cloud.
with a V. I don't even remember, but I'm not going to look it up. It's too much looking up for one word. I'll tell you later the names of the lords. They say,
I should have just.
although there's no ordering, as I said, we all respect the royal family. That's why we're here. We're still trying to work with them, to especially with Queen Sarissa, since their parents. The whole court's been stirred up, especially, and then the royal family's gone, and the fucking ordning's been broken.
That's some
There's
shit, isn't it?
many lords have, are no longer, like, we respect the family. Some even fear the family, but there are other lords who are just feel no more don't feel bound and are doing whatever they want to do, and it's causing chaos for.
What's her
So-
mother? What happened to her mother?
I know not.
You know what she looked like?
She was a very beautiful storm giantess.
We
Well, they
met-
don't call her storm giantess. They use the giant word for
Yeah.
whatever it means for that
Yodam.
rank of.
and Garl was just talking and
Hi.
comment, but he'll say, "I met a real looker of a storm giant back in where was that? Golden Fields. She might be there." Yeah, that's the ticket. He'll say, we definitely need to talk to your sitting queen now, just to let her know.
Well, the throne room is back up the stairs in that area 15. Go back where they were all performing is 14, and just down
Yeah.
that south hall is 15. You guys can go there. You guys go, but as you approach, you can see that there's the 2 hill giant guards still there outside the doors when you guys get up there, which let's assume that you are,
Okay.
just so we can.
Boop, 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 and
Hang on a minute, my Bandora has invisibility. Does that cover several people?
No.
It does if
Nope,
you
just a
upcast it.
target. Mm,
If you upcast invisibility, you can cast it on more than one person.
there we are up at 14.
Hugo! One of them says as they just. Because actually, and the 4 giants come back up behind you, so they're going to settle down at the table again.
Huh.
And when the giants, Hugo, the cloud giant will come and say, they have audience with Queen Sarissa. And the giant kind of looks kind of cross-eyed under his like ill-fitting helm. And it's not the helm's problem. It's the shape of his head just isn't right.
Okay. It's a dent or something in it.
Yeah, it's got that, kicked by cow look to it, but they kind of look at you kind of cross-eyed. Then one of them kind of scrambles. He's scrambling with his pole arm and his helmet to kind of open the door and kind of bang. And he bangs his foot and kind of pulls his sandal off, and he gets stuck under the door and the other giant kind of looks at the cloud giant, looks at you guys, looks at the cloud giant, looks at you guys, frowns, picks his nose, looks at the cloud giant, wipes it on his shirt, looks at you guys, and shrugs, boredly, like he shrugs like he's bored, and just and kind of turns around. And by this time, the door's open enough for you guys to enter the throne room.
yay.
And I got to get a drink
The
as you
scenery.
guys enter. Massive doors, very beautifully elaborate. See everything. On the doors themselves, there is like carvings, like they're like giant bronze doors. There's like carvings of like embossed of storm giants battling like dragon turtles and motifs of like storm giant maidens riding massive seahorses. And when you walk into the room, you could see, and not hard to see because they're giant size, 3 massive thrones. the two outside thrones are built elaborately of like coral with like seashells cemented to them and barnacles covering them. And the center they flank a center throne, which is made out of a stone that appears like polished black obsidian. And it does not have a sea motif. It has a very arcane look to it because it's covered in glyphs and runes that glow and flicker blue. And each foot of the throne, well, the throne is hard to tell at this distance, but just the shadows don't quite look right. You could tell that the throne is actually hovering off the ground a couple feet. And each foot of the throne has like the foot of each leg is the head of a blue dragon. So this blue obsidian or this black obsidian throne with blue glyphs is like floating on 4 blue dragon heads. And there's
what size dragon?
Like ancient.
Shit. All right. Nice.
And there is a very beautiful, because like I said, storm giants, like hill giants barely look human. Like they don't look human. They're just bipedal humanoid things. Like they don't look human at all. If a human looked like a hill giant, you'd be like, oh my God, what happened to his head? Right? Like he got crushed or something. But storm giants are like 40 or 30 foot tall humans for features. Coloration is different. They have like that sea blue or teals and greens and seaweed green in the streaks in the hair. But she is sitting on the throne, and she looks like if she was a person, she wouldn't be any older than she'd be lucky she's 20, 23 at most. And the other thrones, there is on her left, there is a male storm giant with a beard and armor. And when you guys enter the room, he stands up from the throne, and you can see that he has a trident with carvings of merfolk and coral and sharks and stingrays and stuff down the length of the haft. And in the other throne is a very
like Jason Momoa Aquaman type looking.
Yeah. He's got like very much like the Poseidon looking beard and
older?
Pardon me?
Is he older, like middle aged?
Yeah,
old?
middle aged.
Okay.
Middle aged, and he stands up like almost in like a defensive nature. Like as soon as you guys enter, he automatically stands up to step before the middle throne. And in the other throne is another, again older, matronly, still beautiful, but a very severe look. You thought the other one looked bitchy? This one almost sneers when you guys walk into the throne room with disgust and just bile. And I'm gonna go get a drink, but that's the scene. You have the 3 giants, the one on the floating dragon throne, and then a female and a more mature, or a mature female and a mature male.
Okay, so I'm assuming the one on the floating dragon throne is Theresa. Anybody in agreement here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the queen usually sits on the most impressive throne.
Looks like we lost Cat. But
It's all that spatial anomalies coming off from the Hadron Collider. Did you see where it's that thing they're trying to contact the parallel dimension? I mean, those motherfuckers, did they not see Stranger Things?
no, they
And
didn't.
now they're trying to contact the parallel dimension? What the is wrong with them?
No, they're
To
crazy.
be fair, the question is, have they played D&D? Because Stranger Things got the idea from D&D, didn't they?
I couldn't make that out.
He said, oh, she's back. Boom. Good.
Okay.
She'll be signed on in here shortly.
Okay.
But I figure Garl will try a little bit of royal protocol, maybe to get past the snarly eyes.
I'm going to ignore everybody else and just address Teresa.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Queen, my queen. Yeah. Behold, I am your humble servant, my queen. I bring you a gift, and I'll give her a bag of hidden gems worth 100 gold pieces each. For my clothing. No, seriously. I bring you beautiful baubles for my beautiful queen. And tell her that I'm on a mission from Zephyr and Father himself to and end this turmoil. Does my lady have any guidance for me or any information, yada yada, any wish, any quest I can do for her? You know, shit like that, right?
Very polite.
I'm all in your presence. Yeah, just so you know, all your standard shit you do when you come before a queen.
Well, that's protocol.
Yeah. Not that I have. I mean, I'll probably say it badly or wrong because I have no etiquette training. But you know, I get the gist.
I'll cast tongues on Silence so she can do that.
She's more charismatic than me.
All hail Queen Sarissa.
Yeah. For example, I have a +4 persuasion. She has a total of +6 persuasion. She's not even proficient. She's not even proficient.
Hey, persuasion is one of my feats.
Yeah, it is. What do you mean with your feet?
Hang on a minute, my charisma is +4.
Yeah. But are you proficient in persuasion? No. At least at last
Proficient?
time.
No, wait, hang on. I've got performance, perception, deception, sleight of hand, stealth, acrobatics, intimidation. So almost.
Almost.
But can still add her jack of all trades to it.
Yeah. So she's got a total of +6 persuasion. I'm actually proficient in it and have a +5.
I got a
Yeah,
rock.
so
I'm not.
so tongues and guidance or Silence.
I got a rock in persuasion.
What, your sense of gnome style?
That's right. All of a +1, baby.
Use what you have. Use what you have.
That's right. But that's Carl.
Yes.
God, I sure hope you guys don't think I'm fudging it there. But I wanted that. Yeah, I don't know, because that's the section in the Giant Lords right there.
Okay.
No, and
Well, I should have just manned up and actually, went giant ape and whooped his ass.
well, no, I actually really like that you just did that. I thought that was good. That was.
I didn't think I whooped his ass.
The point is like
New toy, got to try it.
They take up so much room going through all of that in the adventure That if I don't do it, then what's the point?
I'm assuming most people just roll initiative and go to town, right?
Well, I don't know.
Uh,
I haven't seen anyone. But otherwise, no, I don't know. Like I said, that's another one of the issues I would say with this adventure, right? Like it's full of weird things like that, just weird things. It's like they put so much kind of plot weight behind it, but it's just a random encounter. But you guys come in and they exclaim, "The assassins!" And the center dragon throne levitates a little bit higher, and the older gentleman with the trident is like I said, interposes himself, and the older woman looks aghast.
I wish people would stop calling us assassins. It's very rude.
Especially if no one's dead.
Go to it, Nicodemus. I'll follow
My
you.
sister said there were assassins here.
she lied, asshole.
Well, if there is, it's
Is
not.
anyone
well,
dead?
If there is, then it's not
I
us.
didn't say that. I don't.
Garl will bow,
Uncle,
and then
please stand down. I
Bow,
want to hear what they have to
definitely
say.
Bow, 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 bow. Take a knee.
I bow as well. You all need to bow.
Your Highness, you can't seriously consider listening to these menfolk.
I'm a satyr.
You know what I mean?
I'm a tiefling.
You know what I mean?
with that, Garl
There's no human here.
will lift his head up and say,
If they ask us to bow, then I will. But I'm not. I'm not bowing. We've been through shit to get here. I'm not bowing.
How did you
No,
get
you
here?
don't have to.
The Sarissa says. How's it? What brought you here?
That was our character. But yeah.
What brought you here?
Garl will lift his head up and he'll look at
Oh,
and
excuse
say,
me.
I am Garl, Smooth Hands, King of the Goblins, and my priest here has led us here with his guidance and such. And then he'll tilt his head a little bit to the left and then to the right, looking at her.
I tell them of my visions of and what I've heard about. I kind of start with I start telling our story from the beginning, basically.
Don't forget your father.
I may leave out some of the parts about us killing giants along the way. You know.
Yeah, I leave out some stuff. I basically tell them about my vision. I definitely tell them about my visions. And that we want to stop. We want to make sure that we're trying to protect our people and protect the world in Go, because if this doesn't get sorted, then no one wins.
Garl,
Giants will die.
No one wins. The dragons don't win. The giants don't win. The little folk don't win. No one wins if this if we do that. If this continues.
Sarissa's head.
Except maybe the dragons. The dragons may win.
Sarissa's head tilts a little bit contemplatively.
My liege lady, may I offer you, now that I have beholden such beauty for the first time, may I give you trinkets, baubles of homage to for you allowing us into your home. And I'll reach into my cloak and pull out a sack of 10 gems, each worth 100 gold pieces, and then place it down, and then, like, back up. They are exquisite of beauty, ma'am, only surpassed by that of your own.
Carl would.
The man looks at her and he says, "My dear." And she cuts him off and she says, "Uncle, please." She says, "My father left me in charge." And the matronly one says, "What? You can't possibly consider listening to these assassins. For all we know, they're the ones that killed your mother and captured your father."
At that, Garl will turn and say, "Haven't we met before? You look so familiar to her.
And she
Didn't we meet
looks
in
at
Golden Fields?"
and she looks at you just like she could spit. Like she is like white knuckled on the arms of her throne. And and then she says, "Please, Imrith, calm down."
While we may not be assassins, we are, however, quite formidable. And if you
I
have
want
information
everyone
on anyone
to me.
who has killed your mother, we will take vengeance upon them. If you point them to us, my liege lady, we will rescue your father. If you wish, my liege lady.
In the book, it says drop those 2 hints. If they don't get it, get them all to roll a wisdom insight check. So all 4 of you, roll me a wisdom insight check.
Ready?
I'm good at that. Let's hope.
That'd be a 22 for Garl.
24 for Nicodemus. I can actually do
And
something well.
3.
I got 13.
You're a cleric. What do you mean you got a 3 on a wisdom check?
I said 23. 23.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought you said 3 as well.
3
That
big.
kind of sounded like that.
No, are you crazy? I'm a cleric.
Yeah, I was like, what the? All right. Yeah, 24 for Nick and 23 for.
Oh, wait. I want to check this. I want to make sure. Princess Sarissa, what is your insight?
I'm wondering if we have to fight Hector at some point, because this is called the adventure is called Storm King's Thunder.
Okay. I know what her wisdom is. Okay. Okay. Uthor, Uncle Uthor, and Sarissa didn't catch it. But Nicodemus and Garl and Farai. Oh, I should roll for our other critters. Oh, Gobble got it. Oh, Snert got it.
Oh, gobble! Oh,
Heck yeah.
Warvel, I'm not sure. It's too close to call, and I'm not going to bother checking. But Gobble rolled like a natural 20, and Snert rolled a 17, and some really rubbed you guys the wrong way when she said, these guys are probably the ones that killed your mother and captured your father.
How would she
Capture.
know?
And then, right?
He's missing, right? Not captured.
And then Sarissa said, hush, Imrith.
Captured? Who had the power to capture Hekaton?
Hush, Imrith, she said. And you hear the movie flashback echoey reverb of the time that you guys first, or the second visit you guys had to the Eye of the Allfather when you were leaving and that ancient blue worm came in. And when you guys were leaving with the cultists, you said, would you happen to know who that was? And the cultist said, that was Imrith, the Doom of the Desert, a spellcaster and a shape changer.
Wait, Emma's a dragon?
Imrith the dragon?
Emma's a... Remember, we fought a dragon, and that was when we fought the dragon at the temple, right? And
Yeah.
it collapsed on him.
Yeah.
And the dragon's name was Emrith?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Today is a good day to die, right? All right, so we just bum rush this giantess right here, right now, and like to spell magic, maybe, I don't know, something.
I don't think that'll work. Do you have Moonbeam? Does anyone have Moonbeam? Because
Nope.
Moonbeam will reveal shapeshifters.
I do
Nope.
not. That's a druid spell too, right?
Yeah, it's quite with us.
Now it kind of makes you wonder if she's calling her Imrith. Doesn't she know that she's Imrith though? Aren't they maybe all dragons? Don't trust anybody but Sarissa. So we can trust
Oh, then
Sarissa.
tell
Why can't we
Sarissa.
trust Sarissa.
Well, tell
Do you know
Sarissa.
that Imrith is a dragon? Were you aware of the fact that your companion here is a dragon?
Roll me a persuasion.
Can I do
Can I-
bardic inspiration for him again?
I want to make
Yeah.
an insight check to see to kind of gauge her reaction to what you said.
Bardic inspiration me. Oh, doesn't matter. I got a 19 on the die. That's a total of 24.
A what?
Total of 24.
Okay,
My dice roll-
I just gotta double check this to see what.
You aware that your companion here is a blue dragon?
An ancient blue dragon, right?
The badass blue dragon. Oh, yeah, I want to tuck my shirt in too. Is this homie's vehicle? Is that homie's vehicle? He was here drinking last night.
I don't know. Because when he called, it was like 5 o'clock. And he's like, I'm having a beer.
Yeah.
And we're talking about beers over the phone.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said,
Someone forgot to mute.
"Can I
There we go.
Where were we?
I'm reading anyways.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
because
just
there's a
we just found out that there's an ancient blue dragon in the room.
Yeah.
And this is gonna be fun because we get to fight alongside some storm dragons. Because that'd be awesome.
I'll tell you what, the fire giant will be very pissed.
They're at the door, right?
Yeah.
Just call them in, let them fight.
Oh, and there is like a pool of water in the center of this room too. That's another main feature. It's like 50 feet across.
Ooh, swimming pool.
It's big enough to hide another dragon with.
Where the heck is that? God. Yeah. Okay, there it is. Fuck. Okay. You guys say Amrith is a dragon, and they're like, all that you get is like called a liar. Amrith is like, what? You assassins, you just come in here. Sarissa, you honestly can't. And Uther goes, you must have
Have we
been,
got any way to
my dear.
prove this?
If you want, I'll call the guards. We'll lock them up, and we can discuss this further. But, I don't want you to get harmed. It's okay, Uncle. I have my scepter, and she touches her chest, and you can see that. To her, it looks like a pendant.
So
She has
our
a necklace of woven seaweed with a scepter hanging from it. Look, it looks like a pendant to her. Like it would be like a scepter for a normal sized person. And she just pats her chest and she says, it's okay, Uncle. They won't harm me when I'm on the throne. I'm trying to make sense of this nonsense.
if you have a means to tell for lying, then if you have magic to discern the truth, then I welcome you to use it to confirm what we say.
I will not have you risking the security of the throne by listening to these fools any longer.
Would you be willing to submit to the same?
I'll submit to nothing, you vermin!
Why not? Surely if you're not the dragon, then there'll be no harm in it.
If you have nothing to hide, then why so hesitant?
Sarissa, your mother's affection for these small folk has polluted your thinking. Have them destroyed or thrown out or fed to the sharks, something.
Like, heck, if you give us 8 hours, we could come back with that spell.
And why did he say her father was captured? I thought he went missing.
He is missing, Sarissa says. That's
Then
what I
why
meant to say.
Then why did you
That's
say
what I meant to say.
captured?
That is what I
Not
said.
according to the
That is what I
Imrith
said.
over there.
It's not what you heard. I did say that.
You're acting rather desperate for someone
No.
who
Look,
isn't a dragon.
Don't believe to anyone else. Just listen to me. I didn't say that. I said
Why
he was
are you
missing.
so
That's what I
afraid?
meant to say.
You,
I'm not afraid. You're the one who's afraid. Look at you. You wearing
Sarissa,
How-
Sarissa, your father.
carrying weapons and
Sure.
stuff like that. You're
How-
the one who looks afraid.
How far
I'm
away?
not. I don't look afraid.
How far away is she from?
Well,
him?
the pool itself is 50 feet across, so quite a
Okay.
ways. It's a big room, so
Is the fire giant behind us or in the hall?
no, they're in that other room. They're back sitting around the table with the fountain, kind of like.
Isn't one of your friends down there, the fire giantess? Isn't she pretty keen in telling what's a dragon? She's not fond of them. Surely if she came in here and took a look at you, she'll be able to say if you're a dragon or not.
You're a dragon. I'm not a dragon. You're a dragon.
I don't know about that, but you definitely be willing to take her down. When she
No.
does find out she is.
You're a dragon.
Okay, now you're
Okay.
definitely out of your mind.
Garo will try to move up to the front of that pool.
The throne raise up about 3 more feet slowly,
Okay.
with Sarissa sitting upon it. Just
And what he'll do is he'll go ahead and he will plead to Sarissa, and he'll say, I swear I saw you in the Golden Fields, but if it wasn't you, it had to be a carbon copy or your mother. And she was so kind. If you don't believe me, bring in the rest of your folk and put me to it. A test of valor and a test of truth by combat.
In fact, don't cloud giants have insight? Can they not tell?
They're certain giants.
no. I looked. They actually don't have They have good wisdom, but no actual insight. Because I made a roll for that statement that Imrith made.
Believe us or do not, we have spoken our piece. It is not. You can listen to advisors, but
It's not. No.
ultimately you must make this decision yourself. You cannot let other people influence you to.
Well, how is
either
it
way,
that
and I feel like we do not want to influence you in that way either.
We also need whatever information you have on the missing of your father, Hecaton, my liege lady. We do wish to help and aid you, whatever we can. If my lady commandeth it, then I shall see it done.
how is it that you got here, though? What brought you here?
The
Two
conch.
things.
The conch.
And the guidance of the All-Father.
You.
And then Garl saying in Draconic to the old bitchy bitty,
Mhm.
you're a lion dragon.
And she stands up and she says, enough is enough. I'll have no more of you disgracing this palace. Sarissa, have them destroyed. And
Off with
Uthor
their
is
heads.
kind of looking, yeah. And Uthor is kind of looking at her, and she says, I
Yeah.
need time to to think.
If Garl's within 90 feet of this,
Yeah.
he's going to cast Hunter's Mark on her.
Okay. You may. Look! He dares cast spells in your presence!
Just a ward of protection against you to protect the queen.
She actually like takes a step over closer to the throne, like to the queen. And she's like,
if you wish, we can come back in 8 hours, and I can have a means to detect falsehoods.
We don't need 8 hours. We can detect it right now. We know there's been too many slips of tongues of this imposter over here. Pointing
Great
at
Queen,
the
have you no method of telling lies from the truth?
I know it's a level early, but could I call for divine intervention here? Maybe try and get like divine intervention to tell what to reveal the reveal the dragon here.
That would have been good.
if only, hey? What's that, 10th level that comes into play?
Yeah, it's 10th level. I'm like a level early.
Yeah, I know.
Ah,
Too
but
bad,
we
eh?
can't use it yet.
This will reveal this dragon. And Garl whips out his crossbow and lets 3 bolts go
Yeah. Oh God.
at her.
This is.
Oh Lord.
Are
This
you?
is
Yes, I am.
Okay.
oh
Yeah.
God.
Nope.
We're gonna die.
And let's see here. And I will be using my sharpshooter feat. And one's
You didn't take favorite enemy dragon, did you?
Oh, let me double check that. I may have. With this guy, I might have on that. I favorite enemy here. Where is it up here? No, monstrosities. But
Isn't that everything in D&D is about monstrosity?
no.
Even humans.
But I think 2 of them would definitely miss. But I think the 3rd one probably would hit, possibly. So let me put the there with all the -5 and everything. That would be does a 20 hit?
Yes.
Okay, good. But it's only 1 hit, so that sucks.
Oh, excuse me.
And that would be
I'm drinking Coca-Cola.
1, 2, and then and my sneak attack, since she wasn't expecting it. All right, that will be 32 points of magical piercing.
Okay.
Counting the Snake attack.
You can see.
Yeah.
When you guys talk of her father, you can see that like Uthor is patiently waiting for his niece to make a decision. And she is looking for a glimmer of hope anywhere.
If only I could get divine intervention here. Damn it.
And you guys talking of her father and stuff is maybe a glimmer of hope that she's been looking for. And she's inclined to want to believe you for hope, only for hope's sake. I'm outraged that she is considering what you guys have to say and isn't listening to her, is getting louder and louder to the point of a shriek. And when you plunge an arrow in her, it is literally a shriek that she lets out. And she screams in Draconic. Destruction to all you little people. And she lunges at Sarissa, not towards her throat. And you realize, not to harm her, but for the scepter. So, as she lunges at her, but Sarissa, although caught off guard, is still able to fend off the clawing hands of Irith as she tries to grab the scepter, and she does not succeed.
Phew.
You guys want to do anything? I'll give you guys each a round. Like,
Well, I know what Garo would do, but since Garo kind of initiated it, I think that
no, you can go again. That's what I'm saying. That was like, let's say that was one round. That was a quick one. That just
Hang on, let me check a spell here.
Well, if that's the case, then I'll.
That was basically you initiating a surprise round, right?
Yep. I'll take.
But Imrith wasn't really surprised. She doesn't surprise easy.
I'll take 2 more shots at her.
Okay.
Oh, a crit on the one,
Okay.
and the second one missed. Because even with my modifiers on top of that 4 with the -5 would miss.
Mm-hmm.
But the crit, damn, I like that. So let's see here. That would be. Oh, you know what I forgot last time was my hunter's mark damage. But that's all right. No sneak attack on this one, so. Additional 8 points of damage, magical piercing.
Okay. Would you roll for an AC or to attack, by the way?
A crit.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah, 18 because my total dice rolls were 8.
Yeah.
Plus
crit,
the
yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. Yeah, you streak another arrow straight towards her, and she kind of like stumbles back a little bit, right? Because she's like kind of has like a little tussle with Sarissa for the scepter, who now looks very startled.
So this is a bit of an unconventional use of this, so you'll let me know if I can actually do this or not.
Okay,
But could I cast control water on the water between us and them, and use it to flood and knock them both on their over?
I don't know. Because, well, let's put it this way. Sarissa is in the throne, and the throne is hovering. Right?
Oh,
the
well, could I
Ironrith?
And Garl, for a bonus action, will use dodge.
Oh, okay. What exactly do you want to do, Ryan?
I want to kind of I want to separate them somewhat. I want to make
Because that
the
would,
water
because there is a
flood.
spell, something like Tidal Wave or something like that, that actually does that.
Yeah, I don't have that. I have control water as a domain spell,
Right.
but I don't
So,
have that.
No, I won't give you abilities of another spell for a different spell. No.
Okay.
Something else you would like to do?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Something. Let me think.
We lost Mikey.
Well, I was thinking I'd like to do synaptic static.
Is what?
Synaptic static.
Okay.
It's an intelligence saving throw, but if there's anything of an intelligence score of 2 or lower, it can't be affected by the spell. So she definitely will be affected by the spell.
Yeah, I'm just looking for her intelligence.
Yeah, range is 120 feet.
An intelligence?
Yes.
Okay. 17 she rolled, so she made it.
Doesn't matter, it's still a 4d6 then.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Because if it's a fail, it's an 8d6, but if it's a
Yeah.
successful save, then it's a 4d6.
That's cool.
Hang on.
And you hit her with that, and you see she shrieks again and kind of clutches at her temples. In fact, that's what stops her from pursuing the scepter. That's what breaks her away from the.
Well, I hit her for 10.
Yeah. Yeah. She totally clutches at her temples. And Nicodemus is gone.
Yeah, he tried. He messaged and said he dropped. I told him get back in here because I done broke loose hell.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, I don't know what he's gonna do, but he could do something. Even if he were to hit her, she has enough hit points. On her go, she says, "Death to all you little people and giants."
So I'll fuck it. I'm gonna try banish her.
No, because you already went, so she's gonna go on her go. And she
I didn't go. You told me to think about what I wanted to do.
Oh, well, I thought you did. I thought you did damage.
He didn't. I said while
Oh,
he's
okay.
thinking I'll
Okay,
do
go.
synaptic stack.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck it.
No, go.
You know what?
What do I roll?
Can.
Is it intelligence
can.
or wisdom or charisma or?
Let me check. It's a charisma saving throw.
Okay. I gotta get. She rolled a 25.
Nothing happens.
Well, you tried.
She curses death to all you little folk and teleports out. And Uthor looks pretty confused. Sarissa also is confused, but more startled by Imrif's behavior. And she, next week, will insist on some more information. And we may as well just call it there. I think it's
All right.
Okay.
pretty
Good
close.
spot.
Pretty late for me.
Yeah.
Good time to call
And
it.
yeah. Yeah, we call it there. There you go. And I don't know. She all I can say is that she is like inclined to want to listen to you guys.
Good. See, we didn't have to wait no 8 hours to prove it was a dragon, an evil dragon.
No, that's Charles. You did the right thing. I mean, I'm looking at the adventure and it says like if you really don't confront her, they don't like what? She's a dragon. Yeah, right. Like, you know, they don't really it doesn't really sway them because there's no argument. But challenging Imrif is enough to make her however they stated it. It's like, but yeah, challenging her is enough to make her react.
Well done, girl.
Girl, the truth bringer.
Yep.
Yep. Oh
No,
my goodness, that's
that's-
another title.
Uh,
It's your laundry list of titles.
Yes.
mhm. Yeah,
And
it's
you
funny.
can and you can really blame that on J.R. Tolkien
Yep.
from The Hobbit.
Like, oh,
When
Some I
Bill-
prefer Tolkien's titles.
well, maybe, but when Bilbo, I got that character twist concept there from where Smog is talking to him and he's listing all these barrel
Yeah.
rider and everything. So Garl's little thing is going to be picking up titles too.
Yep. Oh, well, that was fun. It's getting late for me, guys. I'm sorry I have to leave.
Yep.
Well,
that's fine.
that's all right. You have a good one. Stay safe.
Yeah.
You guys stay safe.
We're working on it.
You're doing a good job so far. Keep it up.
Well, it's good for now. We'll see in after a bit.
All right.
I should have just given them the orb. We can still use that pixie dust.
Yeah. Well, it's done. Anyway, well, had fun. Goodbye, everyone. Stay safe. Don't let the virus take you.
It's
fighting it.
downright positive thinking.
Yep. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Yep. See you later, Ryan. And Roland, I hate to jump out of here, but
Yeah. No, that's fine.
I got
I-
a small
I'm-
herd of
yeah.
cattle I picked up a little while ago,
Oh, nice.
and they're my boy has to
Calling
come
for
home.
food.
Yeah, they're calling for food. So
All right.
I'll get this compiled and put it on up, and
Yeah.
Mike can he can go ahead and find out what happened.